Now, Hanzo was one of the better competitors in this tournament, or not this tournament, but this, hunter's exam. He got past the first phase, the second phase, the third phase, and the fourth phase. He was tracking down his target. His target ended up being confronted by Killua. His target was, I believe, Umari or Imari, one of those ones, of the Amari brothers. He was there and he was like, okay, he's taking care of my prey for me. And then he's also throwing the, badges away, that being Killua. He threw the badges away. But Killua played games with Hanzo because he knew Hanzo was in the bushes. So then he threw, because I think he needed the 97 or the 98. It was one of the ones, he threw the one he didn't need towards the, the first one he threw was that one. And, Hanzo thought it was that one. He was like, okay, the first one he throws is going to be mine. So then he went after that one. But it was actually the other one. Killua switched it at the last second. And he found that out later. And he was like, damn, I have to, find mines. But he ended up getting to the finals. And then he fought against Gon Freaksis. He reminded Gon Freaksis who he was. I'm Hanzo of the Shinobi. I trained in the temples for, most of my life. I know of martial arts techniques. I'm fast, I'm quick, I'm stronger than you. Boy, I could kill you if I wanted to. That type of thing. And he kept saying that to him. And he was like, even knowing that, if he kills his opponent, then he can't, get his license. But he's like, still trying to intimidate Gon and everything else. And Gon wasn't falling for it. He was like, no, you can do anything you want to me. You can even kill me. But guess what? You won't be able to get your license set. Hanzo was kind of pissed. He was like, yeah, he's right. I could easily kill his ass, but guess what? I can't, because guess what? I can't get my hunter's license if I do that. And he's like, guess what? You're going to make, me break your arm. He broke his arm, and then he was like, your other arm broken. You want to die. And he's like, no, you're going to fight me. And guess what? I'm going to win and move on. You're going to forfeit this match. Hanzo was just like, damn, I guess I have to forfeit this match because this boy, is going to force me to kill him. And he would have. Hanzo would have killed Gon Freaksis, but he didn't because he wanted to, win the right way, but he couldn't. Gon just was there and he was like, I'm going to win this match no matter what. So strength for Hanzo was 84. 86 for his speed, 84 for his durability, 85 for his endurance, 85 for his intelligence, 86 for his experience, 87 for his close skills, 81 for his range skills, 83 for his recoup, 83 for his hacks, an overall power score of 84.4. He was one of the better applicants. Be cool, calling on the corner.